child of Summit. Is that what we said before?
Not exactly.
Not exactly. A man of Summit, though, now, guys. Put your hands together for Michael Jesionowski!
Thank you, everyone. It's good to be back. It's been 6 years since I've done my last show. I've been busy managing my offshore money. I want to thank these comedians for letting me be a part of their show. A lot of friends out here coming to support me. Looking out, I'm seeing a lot of nervous looks though. What's Mike doing? He's not really that funny. How's he going to make us laugh? Well, if you think you're nervous, imagine how I feel right now. But the reason I'm up here is, I got to thank two of my friends. One is Hat Guy and Alex for, convincing me that I need to do a show for all my friends here in New Jersey. So the funny thing is, I was going to use my first 2 minutes to make fun of them, but Hat Guy has taken a lot of abuse. So I think I'll let that slide.
Bring it, dude.
I was just kidding. I'm home. So I started doing comedy about 12 years ago in New York City. The Gotham Comedy Club was mentioned. I actually started at the same time that Amy Schumer started. This is true. We were doing shows together, and she was just great. And the show would be over, and I would ask my wife Katie, who we were dating back then, who's your favorite comedian? Amy. I'd ask her, Amy. Okay. But as you can see, it doesn't really matter. I mean, our careers have pretty much taken on the same path. So I didn't even know this existed down here until one day we were upstairs at Mondo, and my daughter's got to use the bathroom. So we came down here, and I looked in here. I was like, this is perfect. We got to do a show here. So here I am. Thanks for coming, everyone. Speaking of the bathroom, it reminds me of something. It's amazing how many different stances a guy can use at the urinal in the men's room. Now, ladies are probably saying, what's he talking about? But it's true. It's pretty complicated. You have to make a pretty big choice. Now, I use the pretty standard stance. It's one hand on the hip. It looks something like this. Nothing to see there, pretty basic. But then there's the two-handed stance. It looks like this. I mean, you must have a fire hose if you need to use two-handed every day. Now, there's some more elaborate stances, like this. You gotta be pretty confident to use that stance. And then this is my favorite of all. I'm not even sure what to say about that. So you go to the bathroom and it's time to wash your hands. When did this get so complicated? I mean, is there anything more embarrassing when the automatic faucet doesn't work? You put your hands down, nothing. Shift them around, nothing. You hit everything. Finally, you got to look around and see what's everyone else doing. Why is it so hard for me? And then all of a sudden, it starts working. You're like, oh, I got to get the water. And then you're done, and you got to, go dry your hands. We can't even use paper towels anymore. What are we left with? This. Come on, what is that? So as I mentioned, I have two daughters. I had twin girls, they're 6 and a half. And I love being a father-daughter. It's really just the best. And I've learned a lot. I've learned how to tie their hair in a ponytail. I've learned what a big influence a father is on their daughter. I've learned how to say the word vagina with a straight face. That was the hardest one. Everyone says, I love having these daughters, and they're like, well, enjoy now, because when they're teenagers, you're not going to enjoy it. They're going to want to have nothing to do with you. They're going to be all into the boys. And that made me think, when I was a teenager, I liked a lot of girls, but didn't get any of them to date me. I mean, my first girlfriend's here right now, so. So I was surprised this week. My daughter came home. She's like, Daddy, I have a boyfriend. I was like, what? You have a boyfriend? What's his name? It was probably inappropriate, but I was like, wow, that's great. You want to guys go to the movies or maybe get some ice cream together? I mean, she beat me by 20 years. I was so impressed. So my wife Katie's here. She's, as most of you know, she co-founded a healthy children's snack company. called My Superfoods with Sylvia here. So there's Soul here in Summit and Whole Foods. Sylvia paid me to say that. But Katie's been a great influence on us. We've really changed how we eat. We eat a lot of organic and whole foods. I mean, I'm sure you could tell I probably didn't have to say that. And she came to me and she's like, I heard there might be a lot of benefits for me to do a 3-day juice cleanse. The problem is though, I'm probably gonna be really tired for 3 days, so you're gonna have to do everything. I was like, that's fine, it sounds like torture, but if that's something you want to do, then go ahead and do it. So sure enough, the first day she's wiped out, she's tired. I'm like, go get a massage, go get a manicure. Yeah, and the next day she's watching TV all day. I'm like, well, I guess that's what's happening, because so I was doing a pretty good job, no one was lost and everything was happening. And, it was the end of a weekend and I was exhausted and I was laying in bed, I was proud of myself, and that's when he hit me. I've got to do a juice cleanse next weekend. Katie's also big into yoga. She does yoga and for 3 years now, and she's telling me how great it was. And finally, about a year ago, I tried it, and I'm hooked. I just love it, But it wasn't always easy. At the beginning, I was kind of embarrassed. I learned the new definition of a walk of shame for a married 37-year-old that's walking through town with your yoga mat under your arm, hoping none of your friends would see you. Just today I went to yoga and I went to get my dry cleaning afterwards, and I was all sweaty, and the nice lady working there, she said, "Did you just run a race?" I said, "No, I was just at yoga." She said, "A men's yoga class?" I said, "Yeah, there are men and women in there. It's okay." So, I started saying things I thought I would never say before. I usually go on the weekend, and it was back in the winter. I was watching a Steelers game. It was a big game. They needed a win to go to the playoffs, and I watched the first half, and I was like, wow, that's a great first half, but I've got to go to yoga now. And I knew I was really hooked, when I got out of the yoga class. I had all these texts from my friends about the game, and all I could think about was how great my downward dog was that day. So, as you can tell, my comedy career hasn't taken off quite yet. So I have a day job. I go into the city every day, and I take New Jersey Transit. Taking the train's a lot of fun. I never knew how entertaining it could be to commute. For those of you who don't commute, I'll give you a little idea of the general day. You work in the city, you get done, and you scramble to Penn Station, which is beautiful, by the way. And you get there, and everyone gets under the departure board to see what track the train's going to leave from. And it basically gets posted about 10 minutes before you depart. So everyone's waiting, what track's going to be? Track 5. You would think it's the start of the Kentucky Derby. Everyone is just running, and let me tell you, the average commuter is not a pretty runner. The arms are flailing, get out of my way, And where is everyone running? Well, they're trying to get a seat. Not just for them, but they want to make sure no one sits next to them. And I love the tricks that everyone uses, particularly putting your bag in the seat next to you. Now, this horrifies the average person, believe it or not. How many times have you seen someone on a crowded train? Oh, there's a seat. Oh no, there's a bag there. What am I going to do? And most of them keep running, keep going. Now, your last resort to get a seat, of course, last resort is to go to the quiet car. Okay, so the quiet car is just that. You're really not supposed to talk. There's two cars on the train. Don't talk. Okay, so there you will see the most hardcore people on the train. They take their quiet car very, very seriously. Just to give you an idea, I was running late one day and I was kind of scrambling to get on the train. I got on. I wanted to make sure I was going to Summit, and I said, "Is this train going to Summit?" And the response was, "Shh." And I was like, oh, that's confusing. So I said again, "Is this train going to Summit?" So someone stood up and said, "Shh," pointing at the quiet car sign. So I gave him some sign language of my own. You've been great, guys. That's my time. I really appreciate it.
For Michael, standing up, look at this, they're standing up, they're throwing roses. All right, man. Excellent. we're rolling. You guys ready for your headliner?
Yeah!